Eastlake, undersized, and tons of talent and tons of heart. You know, we haven't always had by the book analytics that the colleges are looking for.
Right.
And we go to John Carroll and we have fun. We get a great education, and they play pretty good football there too. So,
Sure. Yeah.
my oldest went there. She got undergraduate.
Okay.
John Carroll, loved it.
What did she study there?
So she was a bio major, you know, and then she was going on to nursing school. She went to Case for
Okay.
her nurse practitionership, and then kind of cool. Just 2 weeks ago, she finally walked. It got sabotaged during COVID, but she walked down in the shoe for her doctorate.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she got her doctorate in nursing. So, and, you know, the band, there wasn't enough room to do script on how the band played, and Day was the guest speaker, message speaker.
Okay.
And that was fun. So,
Yeah, Buckeyes got a big one yesterday.
yeah, you know, I had an activity that I had to quit listening when they were actually down after it was 14 13 years.
Yeah, at half. Yeah.
And I knew, I knew they were going to win. But isn't it funny how this mountain's
Unreal. Yeah, and then it moves to 14 like right before kickoff.
Right.
How did they do it?
I know. Yeah, that's a pretty good success story. Yeah. And you know what? They're just hard workers. It's like this old school work ethic, you know, from the parents.
It's crazy.
People say, "Oh, what if they touch turns to gold?" I go, "Man, that's just a lot of hard work. That's not.
Yeah.
Not love that." Every kid was raised with an entrepreneurial spirit.
Crazy to see. 'Cause, you know, they don't in the office on Saturday, in the office on Sunday. It's there's no days off.
Well, that's they've earned everything. You a finance major?
I went to John Carroll. I graduated with a degree in
Starting off with the 2021 Cougar cheerleaders. Elise Bertone, escorted by her parents Tony and Carol Bertone. Elise has been involved in cheerleading, spiritual life, student ambassador, and homecoming committee. Elise is undecided on a college, but will be studying business. Her favorite memory was beating NDCL football freshman year and cheering at the high school championship game last year. Congratulations, Elise. Mallory Slowey. Mallory is a senior, escorted by Todd and Jill Slowey. Mallory is involved in cheerleading, spiritual life, student ambassador, National Honor Society, and a Kairos leader. Mallory is not decided on a college, but will be studying hospitality. Her favorite memory was beating NBCL freshman year and cheering in the high school state championship game last year. Kenzie Crestman, escorted by her parents Steve and Sherry Crestman. Kenzie's been involved in cheerleading, volleyball, student ambassador, National Honor Society, Red Cross Blood Drive, and the Art Club. Kenzie has not decided on a college, but looks forward to studying hospitality management. Her favorite memory was all the fun times in Mr. Suria's class. Lauren Pike, escorted by her parents Greg and Jennifer Pike. Lauren has been involved in cheerleading, spiritual life, student ambassador, and National Honor Society. Undecided on a college, but is looking forward to studying biology and a pre-dental. Her favorite memory has been the rivalry between NDCL and Lake Catholic and the pep rallies. Paige Andrews. Paige is escorted by her parents Heather and Doug Andrews. Paige has been involved in cheerleading, spiritual life, student ambassador, National Honor Society, Art Club, and the Red Cross Blood Drive. Paige has not decided on a college, but will be studying nursing. Paige remembers the classic NBCL games, pep rallies, meeting new people, and making lifelong friends. Excellent, Paige. Good luck. Madison Kangas. Madison is escorted by her parents Aaron and Melanie Kangas. Madison has been involved in cheerleading, lacrosse, student ambassador, National Honor Society, homecoming, and prom committee. Still deciding on a college, Madison plans on studying pre-med. Favorite memory is the NDCL rivalry, pep rallies, and the infamous calm before the storm. Kelly Frimmel. Kelly is escorted by her parents Rich and Jennifer Frimmel. Kelly has been involved in cheerleading, lacrosse, student ambassador, National Honor Society, and the Red Cross Blood Drive. Undecided on a college, Kelly plans to study biology and pre-med. Kelly's favorite memory was cheering at the high school state championship last year. Have a round of applause for our senior cheerleaders. Now for the football players. Number 41, Nick Antonelli. Nick is escorted by his parents Robert and Janet Antonelli. Nick has been involved in rugby and football. Nick would like to attend the University of Notre Dame. And his favorite memory is math class with Mrs. Malcheski. Perfect, Nick. Number 54, Jordan Bates. Jordan is escorted by his mother, Tanya Bates. Jordan's been involved in baseball and football. He's interested in studying business administration, concentrating on finance. His favorite memory was with the football team playing in the state championship. Jordan says the journey to that game is unforgettable. Number 33, Chris Blazenka. Chris is escorted by 2 crutches, his mother Kathy and his father Jamie. Chris has been involved in football and basketball, interested in majoring in business. His favorite memory was playing in the state championship game at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium last year. Number 17, Jacob King. Jacob is escorted by his parents, Owen and Susan King. Jacob's been involved in football, lacrosse, swimming, freshman basketball, and spiritual life. Jacob will be attending Xavier University to study business. His favorite memory is the entire playoff run and making it to the state championship game his junior year. Number 1, Jackson French. Jackson is escorted by his parents, Jack French, and Dana Police. Jackson is involved in football. He's interested in studying computer engineering and science in college. Jackson is grateful for the opportunity to compete along with great teammates and coaches. Number 70, Jaden Hampton. Jaden is escorted by his mom, Angel Hampton. Jaden's involved in football and track and field. Jaden's interested in studying mechanical engineering in college. And his favorite memory was studying trench warfare in history class. Number 65, Alec Harvey. Alec is escorted by his parents, Eric and Patty Harvey. Alec has been involved in football for 4 years. Interested in studying anesthesiology in college. His favorite memory was when Coach Marty had his head shaved by Sean Gibbons at a rally. Number 35, Joe Harvey Harris. Joe Harvey is escorted by his parents, Paul and Jenny Harris. He's been involved in football, swimming, and captain of the rugby team. He'd like to study historical education in college. His favorite memory was Spirit Week and last year's playoff run. Number 99, Jake Pike. Escorted by his parents, Matt and Chris Pike. Jake has been involved in soccer and football for 3 years. He'd like to study psychology in college. His favorite memories are the Cougars junior year and the 2020 LC football season. Number 72, Owen Kaufman. Parents, escorted by Tom and Dana Kaufman. Owen's been involved in football, swimming, rowing for track and field. Owen plans on studying architecture in college. He also plans to continue playing football and throwing for the track and field team. His favorite memory is last year's football playoff run. Number 52, Danny Morgan. Escorted by his parents, Jason and Kelly Morgan. Danny's been involved in football, wrestling, and lacrosse. Danny's interested in pursuing a career in aviation. His favorite memory is playing in the state championship football game last year. Number 28, James O'Keefe. Supported by his parents, Tim and Julie O'Keefe. James has been involved in football, rugby, and the National Honor Society. James is interested in attending the Ohio State University. His favorite memory was the playoff win last year against CBCA. Number 13, John O'Keefe. Escorted by James O'Keefe. John is interested in attending Hillsdale College. His favorite memory is playing in the state championship game this season. Number 6, Alexis Pacheco. Supported by his mom, Mirabelle Pacheco. He's been involved in football and track. Interested in studying sports medicine in college. And his favorite memory is the comeback against CBCA last year in the football playoffs. Number 22, Zach Mendes. Zach is escorted by Zach Christine and his uncle Daniel Krimmer. Zach has been involved in football and would like to attend Ohio State University and study Kirk. His favorite memory of late are Mr. Sledge's chemistry class, chemistry games, and technical music. Involved in baseball and football, like to study business in college. And his favorite memory of Washington in the bathroom. Number 61, Evan Sockett. Escorted by his parents, Mike and Amanda Sockett, and his brother, Owen. And involved in football and rugby, like to study business and political science in college. His favorite memory is the state championship game. Number 7, Andrew Thielman. Escorted by his parents, Tom and Carol Thielman. Andrew's been involved in football and lacrosse. He's interested in studying business and finance in college. Andrew's favorite memory, no question, the state title run last year in football. Andrew says, once a Cougar, always a Cougar. Number 21, Dominic Vitale. Escorted by his parents, Jim and Julie. Dominic's involved in football, like to study business and finance in college. His favorite memory is going to the state championship game last year. As many seniors as we've seen on the field in years. Let's hear it for our senior cheerleaders and senior football players. Thank you for all your commitment to Lake Catholic High School, and good luck in the future, seniors.
Your own person. Wait, go with the thing? That's God. You thought he was that kid? You should just go to the street.
Ready to take the field.
Who even is he? He's just not ready. I want the pelvis. Whoever made those just died.
Give me one first.
Here, Rob. It's kind of a treat for me to be up in the press box with you tonight. Teams have now taken the field. We were just treated.
Always fun. North Rangers.
Yeah.
Definitely. Dover's a good team. And
I talked to Coach Marty a little bit today, and he basically a field goal. They missed a couple of extra points playing, and North is just playing some pretty good football.
they are. And he's looking for the sideline. He's got room, and he's going to be taken down at midfield.
48-yard line.
And that was Tyler Seacrest on the return.
So just shy.
We got a motion. He's going.
Danny Morgan, 52, Johnny Smeltzer, 50, and Alec Harb, 65. That's your. They got a little size this year, huh?
Oh yeah.
Uniform malfunction.
Looks like he's getting the edge, and we got some laundry on the field. It's likely going to.
Oh, they're walking that off. Number 6, Alexis
takes the snap. He's dropping back. It's going to be a screen for sure. That's big guys out in front blocking for him. Looks like the Cougars lining up in a bunch right. About the 29-yard line.
Yard tonight, but he also is going to carry it quite a few times. I think he had.
French is going to take this snap. Looks like he was looking for number 5.
French operating out of the shotgun most of the time.
Yep. The old line is definitely good.
Their backs and receivers are very interchangeable, so you'll be hearing number 4's name tonight too.
Yeah. And Kirk, it's definitely good seeing that offensive line getting a solid 3 yards before these backs are even getting some move, and he's going to fall forward for another Cougar first down.
Just got a hand on his shoe there.
Yep.
Tripped him up.
Working the left sideline.
Down to the set.
Looks like they're spreading things out. Moves the back offset it, and is going to be taken down right away. But
just quick and made a nice tackle.
Yep. We got the Cougars operating. He's going to give it to him. That's Tyler Seacrest.
Yards with him. Be interesting to see what they run here. They've
and he's going to hand it off. Carter Cantrell trying to make something happen.
Picked up 2 down to the 2-yard line.
Looks like that's Joey Bruno.
And seemed like they had that one bungled up pretty good.
We're going to see the stack here. That's a good opening drive there.
Downs, and boy, it's nice when you get midfield. They've got some youth on this team too. As we go along, I'll try to point out some of them, but I think they're starting a few freshmen, a few sophomores. So they're young. Well, that's the way to start the game, guys. Since that's been putting up some points the last couple weeks, they've got a couple of pretty herald players right now. We mentioned Curtis Thomas. He'll also line up at wide receiver. And to another Ranger, and I'm trying to find that. Riante Lowry won a Plain Dealer game ball of the week.
Yeah.
Had over 180 yards receiving last week.
Yeah, they definitely have some speed out. As I think he goes about 6'7", 6'8".
I'm telling you what, Rob, I basically got out of my car at the same time they were getting off the bus, and I was walking kind of next to him. And I'm 6'2", 250, and I felt like a third grader. I mean, he's legit. He's a big dude.
Yeah, and I believe he's committed to Pitt. So
D1, yeah.
Yeah, he's
very
going to
nice.
be a Pitt Panther. The Cougars are set to kick off here, and number 99, Jake Height, to send it deep, and he's going to be taken down at about the 36.
Not bad field position as the well to a team.
On offense and defense.
I think you probably did a little of that in your day.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Tackle Danny Morgan and Jim O'Keefe to unpile here.
Morgan getting his nose in there. First down.
Pick up of about 10.
Dylan Hargis. And he's going to fall forward for about 5 or 6 yards. Him up the gut and trying to get Curtis Thomas around the edges. North and 11 personnel, and they're going to pitch it.
Snuffed after a 6-yard gain. And at left side of the field with the big guy at left tackle.
Right.
Of smelling that one out.
Oh, yeah.
When Bears and Morgan, all three of them had a piece. You know,
I'm not sure.
We've had a number of Coffins here over the years.
It looks like he has a younger brother on the roster. We got the Cougars.
Crazy on the sidelines.
And that looks like John O'Keefe, number 13, was in on that.
4th and 2, and the Cougars stuffed it. That is
That's a huge turnover, Kirk.
good to see. I think there was 3 Gibbons on the field, all
Yeah.
pumping their fist.
Oh, yeah. We got the Cougars in 11 personnel. Andrew Thielman at tight end. So now we've got 1st and 5. Stoll.
That's a freebie, 1st and 5.
Secret.
24, Bryant Young busted through.
Field, and he might just be a little bit short of the first down marker. I think that was number 8, Damon Kelly, on the carry.
Kelly didn't carry it too many times, but he averaged 8 yards a pop, so you might see a little more of him tonight.
Oh, it looks like a buck.
When they're salvaging something good.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of having such an athlete back there.
My.
Really see the referee make a signal.
I didn't either.
All right, so Cougars looking at a 3rd and long here, about 10 yards to go. French.
Still 3rd.
Cougars got Aiden Fitzgerald down.
Let's see if they call on Aiden to catch one over the top here. We are heading in the wrong direction.
Cougar
now are looking at a pretty big hole to get out of.
French takes the snap. He's going to drop back. He's going to air this one out, looking for Aiden Fitzgerald, and he catches it. And we're able to get out of that jam. All that one, Kirk. What a play.
It's kind of fun when you through the arms of the defender, and Fitzgerald kept his focus and hung on.
Yep, Aiden was able to go up and high point that ball. And we got French operating out of the empty backfield here.
Quick.
Sure did.
Pickup of 3, would you say?
That
Cantrell now in the backfield.
French offsets the back to the right. He takes the snap. He's going to drop back. Looks like they're setting up a screen to Cantrell. He's got some room. Looking. Yep.
You had 3 North defenders bearing down on.
Job of setting that up and then, getting. French takes the snap. He's looking for 8.
French basically threw it up and just challenged Fitzgerald to go get it.
Yep.
Falling down, out of bounds, somehow gets both feet down.
Great play on the ball. Yeah, and there was good coverage too, Kirk.
It really was. You can't
yeah.
fault the defender. That was just a perfect throw and a great catch. And
99, Jake Height back on for the PAT, looking to make this 14-0. Snap is back, hold is down, and the kick is good. We've got
Height's been nothing but perfect here, right up the middle 2 times.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it's nice to see the Cougars dealing through some adversity there. They 3 penalties in a row.
Develop a play that makes sense. You have the confidence that you got a weapon, and yeah, that was big-time composure and execution.
It sure was. I think they get a lot of that from their postseason run last year. I mean, you talk about some of those games they had to win and making it and deal with the adversity. A lot of field time.
It is a young team, and it'll all bode well for the next couple of years. Coaches love this freshman team. They've got high hopes for them, and they're currently scattered throughout the freshman, JV, and varsity teams.
We got Height, another pooch kick about the 35-yard line. And he's going to look to take it up the middle, and he's taken down at about the 40.
Well, bad news is they've given the ball up on the 40-yard line both times, but yeah, of graduate Cougar alumni on this team, and that's just a testimony to the school and all the hard work that they're doing.
Yeah, it runs deep. We got, looks like number 1 trying to make some room around the edge, and he's going to get stuffed by a pack of Cougars.
Yeah, underneath that pile. He may have a little bit of wind knocked out of him because he had about 1,200 pounds of green on top of him. Helmet off. The coaches are out checking him. Now they're looking at his leg. And I think that might. So we've got an injury timeout. Both teams are huddled around the coaches.
He said it starts with the big guy, Ryan Bear, 6'7", 300.
I thought he was actually going to turn that corner. I thought he had it, and then just great closing speed.
Right, and there's no secret. They're definitely trying to work around that left edge of Ryan Bear.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, I mean, but so far, you know, we're handling them pretty well. Sometimes those big guys, you know, you get underneath them a little bit, get underneath those shoulder pads.
Yeah, and the Cougars are going to love, you know, playing up to that.
Yeah.
You know, going against a Division I guy.
And with their schedule this year, they're going to see a lot of Division I players.
Oh, for sure. There's in their odd front with the two. Going to be some pass interference there, Kirk.
Yeah, I thought there was half-decent coverage too. Fitzgerald went step to step, and then dove at the last minute and got a finger on the ball, but he may have come across his body a little bit. The official was right there.
So it looks like the it's a 15-yard penalty.
I am no expert at the high school rule book, you know.
Yeah.
My extent is college and pro at this point, but yeah, it was 15 yards, not spot a foul.
Correct. Yep, so North's quarterback is under center. He's going to hand it off, and there's a bunch of Cougars in the backfield, and he's going to get taken down by
Met before he really ever got going.
The field. He plays the slot mainly on offense and the star position on defense.
Second and 14.
Looks like the quarterback Rummel is going to take a timeout there.
That last side, Rangers left side with Bayer, and doing a pretty good job. It seems like,
as I would say so far.
Yeah, and our front four are a lot.
Two backs behind him. Play action. He's looking. We had a nice little tip drill there.
And then I didn't see who ended up almost making a Brooks Robinson. Sorry, Rob, for the 1960s. Well, now it's 3rd and 14.
Yep, 9 seconds left in the quarter. Keep it on the ground for about 2 yards.
Forced him to have to run. 4th and.
Looks like it's going to be a hold against the Rangers.
Yeah. Just when he turned that corner, the tight end.
We've got the Rangers pushed back pretty deep in their own territory. About the.
That was a.
Gonna roll to the right, looking for a man, and he's got number 1, Curtis Thomas for.
I think they're really just trying to eat up some yards for field position, because now we're looking at still 4th and 20.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to want to punt this ball.
The change over the quarter. Let's see if our Cougars get the ball back here. Sleeves and long sleeves, and
yeah, you can't beat it. You got to take it while you got it, because before we know it, it's going to be pretty cold here.
And isn't it funny how we had all that? Yeah, I'd say 4th and 20.
Yep. We got a field flip here going into the second quarter. It looks like they're going to be punting here, Kirk. Must be.
Actually, Zach, the quarterback, Zach Rummel, also.
I think
punts.
so, yeah. That's always nice to have your quarterback as the punter for potential fake.
I was going to say, but as long as he doesn't get hit, you know.
Right.
Decent field position. I think we're going to, well.
Not a cool drive here. Keep the ball on the ground, maybe burn some clock.
Yeah, what are you seeing early on here? We're having a little bit of success.
Out to Aiden Fitzgerald, too.
It's worked pretty well twice.
Sure has.
They seem to have pretty good chemistry.
Looks like we got a new back in the backfield, number 24.
Great block on the.
He's only a sophomore.
First run. I love to see receivers get in a lick.
Right. Yeah. Selfless team. He's going to be able to fall forward for about 3 or 4 yards.
If you can get 4, 5 every time on first down, it makes life easier. It gives the coaches a lot more options. Pacheco looked like a little bit of a limp, but maybe he just needed some water.
French takes the snap. He's going to give it to him. He's got some room, puts a move on, and he's able to get the first down. That was a nice spin move.
Different backs. I love that, too, because you're going to be fresh in the fourth quarter, right?
Right. We've got a wing down at the bottom of this. Gregory Thomas able to fall forward there.
They're seem to be riding the sophomore on this series.
Yeah.
Cougars
they're liking that right side of the line on this drive. Looks like Danny Morgan. Frank Bears leading the way. First down.
Yeah, got kind of stuck at the first down marker and fought hard for that last yard.
Very nice sportsmanship by Seacrest.
Cantrell back.
Got motion. Little counter action to number 4, Cantrell, and he's able to get another 8 or 9 yards.
Early in the first quarter. They may not work perfect, but they're setting up something for later.
Right. I like the back goes offset to the left. French takes the snap. Quick pass. And the Cougars are going to be able to get the first down there.
Seems like we're average
by the Cougars here. See if they can capitalize.
Thielman out wide. So I noticed they sometimes pop him back in the slot, and he'll do some blocking on the edge.
Cantrell offset to the left. French takes the snap. He's going to drop back, looking deep. And it's another touchdown for Aiden Fitzgerald. Wow, what a game.
Twice now, and that time he was open by a good 2-3 yards.
Clean release, able to get separation, and man, I'll tell you, he high points that ball. He'll go up and get it.
Well, Fitzgerald had 2 touchdowns last week. He's already got 3 this week, and we haven't even hit halftime.
This game, he had about 7 receptions for 131 yards.
Yeah, as we mentioned, I've lost track. I don't know if it's the 4th or 5th, but God bless the Fitzgerald family. They just keep cranking out these great.
Be able to lean on your older brothers for some guidance on just anything, how to get through 2-a-days.
And Dad, too. Dad, Greg was a great athlete. He's a Cougar from the 80s, I think maybe late 80s. Good athlete himself. And Mom and Dad are just super boosters. They're a Cougar family.
Yeah, it's awesome. Every program needs families like that.
So while we have this little break while we set up the kickoff, I got to do a shout out to your mom, Rob. So Marianne, my classmate, if you're out there listening, Marianne, it would appear you raised a half-decent son here. So.
Yeah, shout out, Mom. Thanks for being a Cougar and showing me the way. And it's going to be another pooch kick, and North's going to move it out to about the 32.
If we can pin them down around the 30 every time and not let Thomas get loose, that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the game plan, and it's good to see that execution. Guys are
on the returner.
Nobody's overrunning it. And, the Cougars definitely love working on the special teams.
Did you ever play special teams?
I did. I actually was the long snapper. So,
were you?
Yeah.
You always get employment, right? I mean, that was.
John O'Keefe, 6'1", 185. Jordan Bates, 5'11", 200. Nick Massano, 6'2", 250.
We got the Cougars setting up in their odd front. Looks like Pacheco down at the bottom of the screen towards us. And the Rangers are just working the middle there, able to get the first down.
Well, the key for them is going to be staying out of 3rd and long.
I think there was number 56.
Josh Stiles and Dan.
Looks like he's able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, 6.
And Tyler's. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a counter.
Thomas got into the secondary before pretty quick and kept that from being a touchdown.
And there's a flash.
Nice double facet weapons there. They're
looks like the Rangers in 12 personnel here, 2 tight ends on the field.
Stinson in the backfield. Lowry. Seemed like some confusion.
How do you know? It wasn't Marty, it was Tom.
To the up back there for.
Still plowing behind big. A guy that big, you're almost better off going right up his back rather than trying to go in the gap, you know.
Right. Looks like number 55, Frank Bears, is doing a good job of hanging in there with them. Rangers under center, going to pitch it to the left, and there's a lot of pressure in the backfield here, and they're trying to track him down, and they're able to get him for a loss there.
Broken play. Thomas was working real
there.
Like that eye setup.
He's going to hand it off, and he's
missed an assignment. He basically just stuffed
in there.
Just what the doctor ordered in that situation. Now you got 4th and 15, 20 to the goal line.
Going to roll left and looking for a man, and almost intercept.
That wasn't too bad a throw across his body.
Yeah, Fitzgerald did a good job breaking underneath his man.
So we're going to take the ball over on our own, on their 20.
Yeah.
Got a long
5 here before half. French in the shotgun. Back offset to his right. French takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. And he's going to get stretched out maybe for a gain of 1. That was Anthony Gallo on the tackle.
And I apologize to the parents if I didn't get that one right.
We got French in the shotgun. Able to pick up the.
Delivered it to where he was going.
A solid gain of about 15 yards. Moves the chains. Cougars got the ball at the 35. French is in the. He stopped at the line of scrimmage there. Before the half. It's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Seacrest out there.
Looked like French had a double pump because he wasn't sure if the linebacker was closing in on the passing lane, and I think he just buried it in the dirt.
I agree, yeah. It's better than the alternative.
Yep, yeah, because it's just nothing but daylight.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. French looks like he just overshot him just.
And they let him.
That's
That's a pretty good statement in itself.
Right, yeah. First punt with 3 minutes left. And we got 2 North Rangers back to receive.
As the cheerleaders pick up their D and their fence and they head down to the other end.
That's a good snap, good kick.
I mentioned the cheerleaders' long history of a great cheerleading program as well. You ask any of the football players through the years, and they'll say that they just loved having them back there on their side. And every year she says it's her last. She started saying that 21 years ago, I think. So
yeah, it's amazing. Mrs. Hassel's the best. She does a great job with the program, and
she does it for all the right reasons, and she runs it like a football program. She operates under just like any other element of a high school. It's a gem.
Play action, rolls to the right, and now a high pass, a little bit of contact, but I don't see any hit play on the ball.
That rollout seems to be buying the quarterback some time, but our secondary is doing a pretty good job of.
They sure are, and we're getting good pressure too. As you mentioned, it's almost like they have to roll them out.
Yeah, you saw that start in the second quarter there. They started putting them out some.
Thomas puts a move on, but not going to get very far.
That from being another one of those long gainers from Thomas. Matter of fact, get after it. I like the way they come up and playing the run as well as the pass.
Yeah, it's always good to see your safeties filling at the line.
Well, number 6, Pacheco, was on the.
It's going to be Kirk.
We haven't seen too much blitzing tonight. That was good to see.
It is, yeah.
I think we can do a little bit of that.
And it's always good when your interior D-line is controlling the line of scrimmage. You don't necessarily have to send those extra guys.
They stay home well,
right,
which
right.
provides opportunities for others.
We got John O'Keefe down at the bottom of the screen here at the stand-up defensive end. See if maybe he could get some pressure here. He's working against Bear. Get some pressure and and that's a nice hit by number 27 there.
Josh Stiles getting hot. Just
Dow. So we got some sophomores out here making some big-time plays.
And he loved that hit, too.
Oh, yeah.
He got up and flexed to the crowd, and the crowd loved it, too.
It's good to see that energy. The Cougars are coming off a too tough the adversity they dealt with last season. Being able to make that run, this team's not going to. Yeah, they're not going to let that happen.
Tim
no way.
Willis, yeah. There'll be no shortage of energy.
33-yard line.
I see so. Am I right? And then say hi to Sam. Stuck around another year to help the transition.
Good to still have that experience in the office there.
And he handed the baton to a good track coach, right?
Yeah, track coach.
Yeah, once you take over.
Yeah, something's got to give, right?
Try to salvage a few points before half. Cougars, on the other hand, want to shut that down and go into the locker room with possibly a 21-0. We go on the road again for a few.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 or 4, actually.
Then we come back home in October for 3 in a row, and there's some good ones there. I think maybe Walsh. Do we have the Lions here this year, Notre Dame?
So we've got, after this game, and that's going to be a North Ranger first down with about 41 seconds left. He's going to move the chains. So after North, we have 4 away games. We have University School away, Padua Franciscan, who's 1-1. And then we all, as you mentioned, we'll come back home to Walsh Jesuit, who is 1-1, and I believe they had a tough loss to Benedictine.
Yeah, Benny's program has come back pretty strong the last couple of years. Yeah, I always think of Pata was a team that we seem to match up on so many levels: baseball, girls volleyball.
Yep. We got 17 seconds left here in the half.
17 seconds.
Thomas is going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 6-yard line.
Pretty open Thomas at the 10. Picked up another 5 after that.
And able to get out of bounds with 8 seconds left on the clock there. That's
about all you can ask for in that play.
Right, yeah. I mean,
pick up. So after North called a timeout to figure out their play in that last one. Who was one of our prolific quarterbacks. We got my buddy Charlie Malta and Cougar and Rob Sason and Kirk Stonebrook here doing it for our friends at home.
Heck yeah.
Obviously, there's nothing like being at
looking to pass, and he tries for the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete.
Coming around the side, doing the one-arm swipe, knocking the ball out of bounds. If they completed that, that would have been probably at about the 1. Instead, they're still at the 6-yard line with 4 seconds to go. 4 ticks, 4-second play.
Yeah. Shotgun, back, offset to the left. He takes the snap, dropping back. And he's going to fire it to the end zone. Another incomplete pass. Good coverage there by the Cougars.
They seem pretty happy with their first half performance.
20 the trenches for sure.
Systematic comes to mind, I feel.
So they were able to show that off. They got the sophomore running back in there. Definitely some ground and pound.
Yeah, they rode him for 2 straight series.
Yeah. Solid kicking game. You know, special teams are doing their job. All facets of the game looking good for the Cougars.
Yeah, I really can't,
Of that too, but it's
yeah, we got in a 25-yard in. I'm gonna, while we're sitting here being alumni, we're pretty proud of the fact that we're keeping our Cougars at home. Our Gibbon, he's in my top pool. Jim Koenig, alumni's kid. Alumni kids here. So the coaching staff is Lanchar.
Yeah, Antonelli.
Yeah, a lot of people in the. Just personally, I hate to see when, the guys I went to school with and between you and me and their kids end up going elsewhere. So I'm glad to see that. I will do a little quickie commercial for last week. They did their football preview. They had all the local schools, like 10 of them. It's just amazing how he pulls that together. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing that every Monday. He's just all about showcasing high school athletes.
Yeah, and that's WELW, right?
On the FM dial. WELW has been historically committed to local sports. It's copyrighted, so don't think about using that out there. Up there and just spreading the joy up at Pine Ridge Country Club.
All right, I didn't know that.
Caddied there a couple of years, but I wasn't very good. So good golfers don't carry a lot of clubs, right? Crummy golfers take forever, and then they flip you $2 at the end, because they're frustrated with their own game.
Yeah. Golf much, Kirk?
Last with Charlie and Bob Foray, who's a great 75 alum. And so Bob Foray has a twin brother, Ronnie, also a friend. And Ronnie retired this past year. So Bob, my very good friend, basically replaced me with his brother.
Oh, no.
And but work got busy and life got busy. And so my clubs have not left the garage this year.
All right.
Yeah, so this might just be one of those summers. How about you?
Yeah, I try to get out there. I got 2 young ones at home, so it's a little tricky, but golf's a very humbling sport for sure, yeah.
It's the hardest thing I've ever tried to play. I started and I've never had another sport where I lined up to hit it and just missed 80 yards to the right.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, it's just
I will say, no matter how bad I play, it's still very relaxing to just get out there and
outside with friends.
Right.
Well, we've got Eastlake Norris band out there right now. They look really good, I have to say. Growing up in Willowick, it was going to be St. Joe's Eastlake North for me. I had registered. My parents wanted me to go to Catholic. May of my 8th grade, really late in the process, Jim Simonis came to my grade school, St. Stephen's in Euclid. I was very impressed by the man. I went out and toured Lake Catholic, brand new, skylights, co-ed. I'm not saying that was a huge factor, but it was. And before I knew it, I transferred my papers over to Lake and went to Lake as the first class that went through all 4 years. Class of 74, of course, is the first graduating class.
Okay.
And the rest is history. I sent all 4 of my kids there. They loved it, and it did well by the church in Euclid, right over the border. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, but St. Just 8 team was loaded with St. Justin Martyr players.
Yep.
A lot of consolidation. But.
Sister that's 7 years older than me, she did not go to Lake Catholic, but there was a bunch of Catholic. Like Oslin, Chris had to merge because there wasn't enough kids to be OMC. So I was fortunate enough to play with Mount Carmel kids, St. Mary Magdalene, and St. Justin Martyr all together. So then a blessing because you got to meet all these kids before going to Lake Catholic.
Schools you mentioned, too, have delivered a lot of talent to Lake Catholic over the Lake County. And he doesn't have anybody here. I don't think he really knows anybody. He's just been a devout football fan for many years. And we saw Troa down the field. He's retired, but they can't keep him away either.
Yeah.
So I think he's down there for crowd. Him and Mike DeSantis, who's quit doing the equipment. They were the man. They did just making sure you guys had everything you needed. And, the last 10, 15 years, they weren't spring chickens anymore and just lugging all those want to be around the game. And, Troha, it's pretty well known that he was an all-state football player. He went on to play for Woody Hayes. But also kind of little known that I had him for construction from Rich Troha, not my dad.
There you go.
Well, I don't know if our listeners at home were able to hear the North Rangers, but they sound great. They look great. But now we got our Cougars out there. So the Lake Catholic marching band. I need to shut up and drink my water for a while.
Yeah.
Get you something good, Nick?
Those 50-50.
Team captain
Looks like we got Danny Morgan out there for the Cougars.
then shakes the hand of Bayer,
Yeah.
and they head to their respective sidelines.
At all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah, I mean, when you're 6'7" and 320, I don't even know what the calorie count is, but though I'm sure I've hit it a few times in my lifetime. You don't get this physique by not hitting a buffet once in a while. As Barb DeTurno, our Director of Advancement, does some adjustments on the sound mic. Whatever they need, you know, that's the fun stuff. Still not back. So I couldn't wait to get here tonight. I mean, it's like,
Just to see some folk want to do.
I go for a walk. So I think my wife drew the short straw tonight, and I get to be here. So this is fun. She goes, still nothing.
Oh, no.
And,
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll.
have put on the long sleeve fleece.
Yeah. Cougars up 21-0, and we're gonna see another pooch kick here, but it's gonna make it to the deep guy.
Kickoff. First down, 32-yard line. You notice the contrasting styles, how North runs under center quite a bit. In the
It's utilizing that fullback.
Yeah, that's a play you got to run every once in a while to keep.
Yep, Danny Morgan doing a real good job on the defensive line. We got about 5 yards.
Took me most of that first quarter to figure out we had two O'Keefes out there. So I think if we just call an O'Keefe,
yeah, we got
play,
one for their family.
Yeah, they're lined up on the same side of the ball.
So we got Rummel under center again with the I formation behind him. And he's going to take the snap, hands it to the tailback, and he's going to plow forward for a North Ranger first down.
Last week's star player for North, Briante Lowry, and
they got a bunch of Cougars in the backfield there, so a pile of Cougars making the play in Rangers backfield.
Just blew it up.
Looks like Antonelli got in there.
Wide on Thomas. They get a couple, which will make it 3rd and 9. North would love to just have a nice steady drive here to open up the half, though being down 21-0, they're going to have to get some points on the board.
Yeah. Quarterback now, Rummel split out to the left at the bottom of your screen. Get a nice gain there of about 8 yards.
Tackle. So we had Morgan on that
there
one.
There you go. That's another sophomore. Or I'm sorry, they're sending in the punt team.
Yep, 4th and 2.
Good decision.
It just snuck into the end zone before a Ranger attempted to bat it back into play. So we'll get it on the 20. Let's see who the Cougars bring out here for the second half, if they get a few more fresh bodies in there, or if they go back to the first quarter starters.
So it looks like French is still in.
Cantrell's coming out there.
So French in the shotgun. Cantrell off to his right. Sends a man in motion, and he's going to pitch it to him. And that's Tyler Seacrest around the edge. And so Cougars looking at a 2nd and 9 here. Coach Bill Sowers calling the offense. Mark Banowitz signing it in to his quarterback.
Harvey Harris in the game at tight end.
French is going to hand it off again.
Cougars going a little conservative right now. 3rd and 8.
Aiden Fitzgerald checks back into the game. Cougars are getting the signal.
Thielman out wide right.
French in the shotgun. Cantrell to his right. Takes the snap, drops back, surveying the field. He's going to drift right in the pocket, and he's going to make something out of nothing.
Offensive line gave him plenty of time, but
the punt unit's going to come onto the field. Looks like we're going to have a timeout.
You said you graduated 01, right?
I graduated in 2010.
Oh, 10, I'm sorry.
Year we made it to the state semis, and we lost a tough one to Licking Valley.
Yeah.
And then so.
Well, yeah, and that Maple Heights team, if I remember correctly, had the stud quarterback.
Yeah, Shaq will play football with it. John Carroll, who came from Maple Heights, and he got, I think it was Division II Coach of the Year, either last year or the year before. Takes the snap, gets the punt off.
Rangers almost got a hand on that one.
Yeah.
Because my nephews played for Youngstown Ursuline.
Okay.
They were twins, and Ty was 6'5", became a graphic designer, and then the smaller one who was 6'1" and 2 a couple years in a row. But that was the 1 year Youngstown Ursuline didn't win it. It's because Maple bombed.
Rangers going to keep it on the ground there, fall forward for a couple of yards. We got Rummel under center, still operating out of that I formation. He's going to take the snap, hands it off to number 9. He's got some room, makes a couple guys miss, and he's going to fall forward for a nice gain there. 13 yards on the play.
Cougars got a little sloppy in the in the linebacker core that time, and allowed Thomas to kind of wiggle his way for, about 15, I guess.
Yeah.
You notice how the Ranger up back goes down into like a 3-point stance? You don't see that too often.
Yeah, they run that true traditional I formation, utilizing the fullback. Nice little kick-out block there on the right side, and then
guard that time. Second and 4, 3.5.
Yep, sticking with the I formation. Rummel under center. Takes the snap, and they're going to give it to the up back again. And he's able to break a couple tackles, and he's
a little bit of a ride there for 4 yards.
Did.
Boy, on the high school level, you don't see this old school tight formation like this. I mean, they're sticking with it. They seldom spread out wide.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, as we were starting this half off, I think they're just trying to get some sort of drive going here. Being down 21-0, you wouldn't expect them to be handing it off to their fullback.
Right.
But they're going to give it to him again, and it's going to be a North Ranger touchdown. So the ball and
which a Ranger almost got a hand on it. They got the ball, I think, on their own 40 and made good use of it.
It was a good methodical drive. They didn't have to throw the ball. Just run.
Going for the extra point now. Fun part of the game is always when the little ones are in the end zone, all chasing down each other to get a hand on the extra point kick. And they'll retrieve it and kindly hand it to an official. But for a brief moment, a youngster gets to hold on to the pigskin.
Right. Pretty lively Lake Catholic student section here tonight.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I hear them in my headset, and I'm wondering if the students are well represented, I have to say. They didn't have too far to travel.
Right.
And they got to be feeling, good about their 2-0 team.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew they were coming into a tougher situation tonight, but if you want to be good, you got to play good.
That's right. think they got their first win against Garfield Heights and their second one against Revere.
Yeah, I don't know much about Revere, but
me either. And that's a deep kick, and he's going to field it at about the 1 yard line. Takes it out, makes a guy miss, and he's going to be brought down at about the 27 yard line. And that was Sechrist on the return.
yeah, Sechrist chose to take it from the 1.
Good pursuit there on that kickoff. Stopped it.
But he ran it back 25, 26 yards.
Third quarter. 6 of each.
So we'll start at the 27, 1st and 10. Carter Cantrell will be in the backfield. Seems though they like to start him there, and then he'll move to one side or the other, moves left.
Got them out in 10 personnel, and he's going to flick it out to Cantrell, who's got some room, makes a guy miss, and it's going to be.
Yeah, they cleared out that left side pretty good that time.
They did.
Thanks to Kaufman and Frank Bears.
Both teams look to the sidelines for the signal.
Danny Morgan under center. A lot of two-way players again.
Right.
Why don't you just hurry up and run a play?
That's why I think, when you got guys playing, coach has to decide if he wants to be more defensive-minded at some point when you're up by 21. And
Yeah. He's going to flip it out to the left, and he's got some room, able to fight and get the first.
it out. I'm sorry, Damon Kelly, actually. Last time they bounced it in, that time they bounced it out.
All right. Cougars going to work in the 10-person linebacker there.
Probably should have been picked off. He's going to be talking to himself tonight about that
Yeah,
one.
French is getting away with one there.
That was Anthony Gallo, who I think was reading the eyes of French on that one. And just sometimes, as we say, there's a reason why you're on defense and you're not at end.
Right, yeah.
Thielman out wide right. Cantrell in the slot.
Yeah, and it looks like Sechrist in the backfield. Pummeled in the backfield by a group of Rangers. Rangers come out.
But there was nothing there on that one.
So the Cougars facing 3rd and long here. To the left.
3rd and 10.
French is setting up the jailbreak screen. He's got some room, and he's going to be able to fall forward. Looks like he's got it.
Yeah, I'm right in line with it, and I think he just snuck over. Fitzgerald just snuck over. Yep, they're moving the chains, no question.
Right. They call it like a jailbreak screen because the line of scrimmage
Comes back hard towards the quarterback.
Yep, and then so French. Once again, we see Jackson French able to avoid some pressure and just get the ball away. That's huge.
Yeah, using his legs to avoid a sack.
Yeah.
North Ranger down. Staff on the field. I'll try to give you a number on the Rangers player as soon as I can see it.
You just can't stop that clock.
Well, I'll throw you another old tidbit. So there were only 2 teams, I believe, in Cougar history that went undefeated, and the one was the 14-0 Juravicious team that plowed through Cape and just, it was just the best team I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Full of a bunch of those St. Justin Martyr guys that we were talking about. But my team, my senior year, the 74-75, went 10-0.
Okay.
And it was before they had much of a playoff setup. There really wasn't the way it's set up now. Where you go through layers and everything else. But that was a great team as well.
That's amazing.
Lou Mucci,
Yeah.
And Lou Mucci also, he was a great receiver. Went to Yale, played football there, but he also was a great hurdler, high hurdles, and I want to say his.
Yeah. So, but that. And the school was only open for how many years?
Yeah, I mean, it was program was 4 years. You know, when you're brand new, though, it was kind of a coach's dream as far as players were exploring a new school, like on your grade school. It was we were kind of good at everything. We went 17-4 in basketball.
Okay. French is going to drop back. Looks like they're setting up another screen, and that's going to fall incomplete.
Cantrell took a peek there.
Yeah.
Tried to one-hand it.
So we got the Cougars looking at about a 4th and 5.
French looking for the signal, and as is the case now, we got 3 coaches on the sideline all doing hand signals and letting the other team figure out which one's calling the real ones.
French is going to take the snap. He's dropping back. Looks like another wide receiver screen, and he's going to be about a yard short, it's looking like. So it looks like the Rangers are going to take over here at about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, whereas that quick pass to Fitzgerald got him the first down last time, came up a little short that time. I hate to say this, but does it seem like we're a little unimaginative right now a little bit?
Yeah, this isn't out of reach for the Rangers here. I mean, they put together a couple good drives, and they're right back in this thing.
Yeah, we haven't attempted to pop one long in, gosh, I think since very early in the second quarter, maybe.
Got the defense taking the field here. Rummel under center, I formation, going to give it to the tailback. And he's going to get hit pretty hard there, but after a gain of about 3 yards. A nice hit.
Helmet to the side, wrapped him up.
We got number 54, Jordan Bates. North's getting the signal. It might be a hold on the Rangers here. Oh, personal foul, that ball.
Yeah, that was a full 15 on that one.
That's going to hurt.
I didn't see the foul myself.
Yeah.
Too late.
Got Wildcat takes a direct snap, and he's going to Danny Morgan.
He got in time to tuck the ball in. That's how quickly after the handoff.
He's going to be passing it.
Yeah, it has been a little predictable.
Right. We got the 4th quarter coming up here as the Cougars
field march here. 21-7. 3rd quarter, we saw North get on the board, and the Cougars get stalled a few times.
Yeah, Rangers.
I believe that locker room was a little intense on the black and orange side during halftime.
I would agree with that.
So the players will water up here a little bit. 12 minutes of football left.
That's right.
So I really like what I see as far as building the program back up. You know, this year now really is the first year that Coach Marty has got 2.5 years maybe of his own guys. You know,
right.
He first came down. So then I do believe they're doing all the right things.
Sure. Young coaching staff and limited time in the building. Right. So.
And high school team doesn't quite have.
Cougars are going to take over at about 35.
As we get further into the school year and the temperatures get colder and all that stuff, I just want to see these kids have a. It's fall dances. It's the plays. It's.
Sure, you know.
I barely remember them, but yes, I'm sure.
Looks like we got some laundry on the.
This is going to pin the Cougars back 20, 21. Well, now they may have to go over top. This may be
make a couple guys miss, and he breaks free up the sideline. And he's going to be taken down at about the 20. What a play.
Well, Rob, I think we just saw why Thomas is getting action tonight.
That's right.
He broke 2 to 3 tackles right in front of us and then just took off.
Yeah, what a play by Thomas, only a sophomore. He goes up
a somewhat lethargic Cougar crowd there.
Yeah. Gets around the edge, he's got some time, and he's just going to tuck it and pick up a quick 5 yards.
Well, you're right. His leg on that.
Right.
And he never loses composure. You see him, he never takes his eyes upfield. He's looking the whole time upfield. He saunters over. He's got guys in pursuit. He's not worried about what's behind him. And in that case, he just tucked it and picked up 8, 6.
Yeah, and it's all about, I'm very impressed, tuck it and get 5 yards, but he's not making any rash decisions out there.
It took Baker, 12 years of undergrad football and 3. Well, penalty now is pushing the Cougars back into a 20-2 situation.
Yeah, might have been a little bit of a taunting personal foul.
I know that the coaching staff feels pretty good about some of the younger quarterbacks they have coming up.
Oh, that's number 4, Carter Cantrell there with a nice run.
He's breaking tackles against guys 50 pounds heavier than him.
And back to what you were saying, and that's the beauty of the Cougar. French is in the drops back, puts a move on, and that was intended for number 7, Andrew Thielman.
The ball had already cleared the player, and then he got popped pretty hard in the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Off, yeah. All right, so the Cougars are going to have the ball at about the 11 now.
I think we got a little bit of a break there because that could have easily been picked off.
Yeah, you're right.
Instead, we.
Usually when the ball is tipped, everything goes.
Yeah, he was able to find him. It was
a little bit. We had 4 officials all waving their arms like move them. So first and 11 to the end zone.
French is going to take the snap, design quarterback run, and looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards, 3 or 4.
Just ran out of acreage there.
Able to run behind Owen Kaufman, paving the way there.
Using the wide side of the field, they ran that sweep to the tight side.
Side, and he does, and it's a touchdown. Late
Number 7, Stinson, actually got a pretty good arm on Cantrell on about the 3-yard. Crawled it in before he got his knee down and rolled into the end zone. Well, Cougar fans.
And Jake Height able to punch through the extra point, so he's perfect on the night, 4 for 4.
Yeah, the extra point team looks pretty smooth, actually.
Yeah, looks like he
clean.
Yeah, we had the legendary Coach Grabbins when I was there. He was doing the special teams, so shout out Coach Carter.
The short answer, he is enjoying retirement finally, but Cougar country and Cougar football. And who was your kicker when you played?
Kreshmir Ivkovic. So
Crash,
yeah,
soccer player.
He was a pretty good kicker too. He actually went to John Carroll with us. So it's kind of funny, when I was at John Carroll, the News Herald did a article on us because the long snapper, myself, the holder, and the kicker all came from Lake Catholic. So they did.
Did you guys make a collective decision, or was it just kind of fell together?
It just kind of fell together. Like I said, Matt wanted Dayton, had a roommate and everything, and just kind of decided that I might be a little better off playing Division III football. No, I wasn't going to play at Dayton.
Oh.
No, yeah, I wasn't going to play. But I just needed the structure, you know, keep that same mentality, go to practice, do my homework, get the schoolwork done, you know. So
well, you know, Dayton's a great school. You couldn't have gone wrong there, and we send a lot of Cougars there. Good Catholic university.
Yeah.
You know, you guys had so much more support in selecting a school. I mean, my parents didn't care. They didn't, you know, we would throw 4 of us in the car and go look at 2 schools.
Go check it out.
The first one we looked at, we would go to. And
right.
So I went to Bowling Green, not play basketball there. But in case there was any doubt, Rob.
All right. Yeah, BG, Mac school.
Yeah.
We got, speaking of the MAC, Dan Malcheski, I'm pretty sure his older brother is quarterback from last year, and he's playing football at Akron.
I think Akron should be pretty strong this year.
Yeah, I'm hoping. So my coach at John Carroll, Tom Arth, is actually to come over, and he's an alum of Lake Catholic. I don't know if you know Brian Cochran at all, but
you know, when Tom Arth was at John Carroll, you knew he wasn't going to be there long. Just the way he ran the program, the way he carried himself, the way he recruited. I mean, great athlete, but smart guy. And
you know, to be behind some of the names he was behind in the NFL, you know, the Brett Favres and the Peyton Mannings.
And I know he's had some offers already, you know, to go bigger, but I think family's important to him, you know, not being too far from home. So that'll be a good setup for him with the Zips. Malcheski played defensive back, I assume, there?
He is, yes. He's as a freshman. So the Cougars are staying stout here on this drive. Looks like it's going to be a 2nd and long for North.
Nick Antonelli busted through and caught the Rangers.
Pickles prior to this game with 24. So not bad, averaging 12 tackles a game. It's going to be a snap and a handoff to the up back, and he's going to get stuffed. So
yeah, as you might expect, our linebackers lead the team in tackles, but they pass the eye test. They're very active,
right?
And a great sense for getting behind the line of scrimmage and causing damage back there. I really like the way they see the field.
Annie Morgan, Jordan Bates, all those guys.
Yeah.
Owen Kaufman.
In general, both sides of the line have, I would say, won the battle of the trenches more often than not today.
Looks like Seacrest on the...
Gave the wave off sign.
6:43 left in this game.
Looks like they're gonna...
Yeah, it was just under 7 minutes to go. I think that on a night like 30-yard punt, 29 on the 40 with 6.5 to go. Back in the backfield. I'm not even sure if Thomas touched the ball a whole lot last week, so I don't know if this is kind of a coming out party tonight. It's, you know, same with Seacrest. But I don't see Thomas getting a carry last week, so this is a big deal tonight.
I really, this might be his coming out party.
I like what I see. Cougars.
Thomas offset to his right. He's going to fake the handoff, pass to Brandt, and he's going to be taken down after about a gain of 3 yards. And that was Nick.
he really?
Yeah.
It was
I think it was like a wide receiver pass. They threw it out to him, and then and he's the backup.
It's a nice weapon to have too
Yeah.
when your quarterback is splitting out wide. And
Right.
I don't think the Cougars are going to do a whole lot of razzle-dazzle here at this point in this game. So
No, yeah.
they're going to save the best plays for a future opponent.
Yeah, but to be able to have him out there on the field and, depending what happens next year, if he's going to be the guy. Oh, and French breaks a nice run here.
What an effortless stride, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even look like he's running that fast. He just glides, and next thing you know, he blows past 6 Rangers.
At the ball at about the 46. Sorry, they were
Extra sold that after the handoff. He still kind of continues. He's one linebacker, right?
right.
Can get you 5 yards.
Keep
10.
him honest. Thomas offset to the right. French in the shotgun. He's going to sling it out to Brandt. Brandt's going to make a move.
Got it. They're taking a look, waiting for the sit.
Hold on the Cougars.
That's one thing.
It's been quite a few penalties.
And against the tougher teams, that could be the difference in a game. So
That's true, Kirk.
they'll be looking at those a few times and
Try to
clean that up this week.
We got French setting up the screen to Thomas, and he's going to make a man miss, makes another cut, and he's able to pick up a solid 10 yards, I would say. With the penalty, though,
Thomas has got great hips, and there's a Ranger down again, and this is the second time.
it's pretty close. He's almost making some of these guys whiff.
Yeah, he's snapping ankles, with some of these moves. And well, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out in the next couple of weeks now. If they choose to, Coach Marty did say today when we were talking, he said, Coach, he said, Kirk, I'm looking for depth tonight. He goes, that's one thing, we were so busy trying to stay up with the last 2 weeks. He goes, tonight, wait for that moment, and then you gotta used to them. But it's been a pleasant surprise for me.
Right.
Help with that with 4:23 to go. A little too early to start the hey, so let's hope they keep the energy up, guys, but don't celebrate. I don't believe in celebrating.
Number 26.
Joey Bruno.
Oh, he breaks a tackle and has a nice run, pulling a couple Rangers forward.
Another sophomore.
Yeah.
Well, now we got a whole bunch of new numbers here. Bruno's going to stay in the game.
Looks like we got Damon Kelly.
Wide. Senior, too, so it's good to see him getting the game on senior night.
Yeah.
And if I know the coaches, they're going to try to.
Bruno able to make a guy miss, but still going to be taken down at about the line of scrimmage.
That was 26, Bruno.
We got number 61 checking into the game. And that is Evan Sockett. He's also a senior.
Johnny Smeltzer comes off to make room for another senior getting some minutes here.
We got French probably looking to milk the clock here. He's going to snap it, gives it to Bruno. Bruno's working the right side, makes a man miss, and he's going to fall forward for a couple yards.
Right side of the line did a great job on. Bruno still in the backfield.
Staying in the shotgun. Bruno offset to the left.
Don Batelli out wide again. Wide left.
Takes the snap. He's going to give it to Bruno, working the right side of the line. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled at about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, keep it on the ground, ball control right now.
So we're going to be looking at a 4th down here at about close to the 5-yard line.
So I'm kind of rooting for one of these senior wideouts to get a ball thrown.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But
Yeah, we got about a minute left in the ball game.
So, Rob, this was fun. I appreciate the opportunity to hang out and talk some Cougar football. And
Definitely. I enjoyed it too, Kirk. Hopefully you got your calendar marked off for these next couple home games.
yeah, if they'll have me back, renew my contract.
Yeah.
I will be looking for a raise, though. Maybe a 5-year contract.
A couple of Cougar dogs might bring you back.
Yeah, I want an extension. I think this is a key point in my career. And
Stands on the other side.
Dan Malcheski, and I think really just to protect a possible fumble situation. Yep, we
Yeah, I'm going to take a
knee.
knee. And this one's going to feel good for the Cougars.
Yeah,
Coming off 0-2, get that school.
they normally have a pretty good program.
They do for a small. That's going to be VASJ October 2nd.
Playing at Case.
Yeah.
Playing their games at Case Stadium.
Yeah.
So. Well, as we're lucky here too. I mean, this is really.
Yeah, we are.
Menor Cardinals have been pretty good collaborators on working out the dates and everything, so we can play our games
They
here.
have, yeah.
So the Rangers, I think, have taken the ball over on downs.
Yeah, looks like they're going to.
Fans are feeling pretty good about this one
That was his beanbag.
as they head towards the exits and bar or wherever else they're going tonight.
And that one will do it, Kirk. It was great having you, so I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.